Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another car story. Today, we're headed out to do another shoot. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about collaboration. Hope you enjoy the ride. See ya! Welcome to today's episode. For those of you that are new, thank you for stopping by. The types of things that I do is I make some photo video tutorials, travel videos. I'm a dad, so I also do a lot of traveling and I want to bring my family along with me. So I document that kind of stuff and I like to show you some tips and tricks along the way. If you like that kind of stuff, stick around, subscribe, hit the button at the bottom. And remember, turn on those notifications if you want to be the first to see these episodes. I'm actually on my way to a shoot with a close friend of mine that I've been trying to collaborate with for some time now. Now, there's a lot of mistakes that I've made along the road. There's a lot of different tips I can give you to be effective at collaborating with the people that you want to be collaborating with. But for me, the toughest part was that initial conversation. Being able to start the conversation with reaching out to whoever you want to collaborate with, or if it's just someone that's a friend of yours, starting the conversation and saying, okay, like when can we shoot? What would we like to shoot? And so on and so forth. So it took me a while to get together with Alex. She's a close friend of mine from work, and she's now starting to do a lot more traveling and taking more photographs and taking her photography seriously. So I've been closely talking with her to see if I could help her out with her pictures or modeling or anything like that. And what I initially did is I DM'd her on Instagram in order to start the conversation and so that I could have it in one spot and find anything that we talked about. And also share ideas with each other. Because a lot of times when I'm collaborating, I like to open the conversation with the person I'm collaborating with so that I can hear out their ideas and see if my ideas blend with theirs, or see how I can enhance the idea a little bit more. So the way I like to start is DMing the person, saying, hey, how you doing? If I already have a relationship, hey, what's up? How's it been? And just telling them a little bit about what I want to do. Hey, I want to get together. I want to shoot. I want to see what we could do together. Is there anything you're interested in shooting? And just starting out with like an open question to see if we can get the dialogue going. Then after that initial stage where we're talking about some ideas, just brainstorming, I like to go out and go on Instagram and do hashtag searches for the style that we would like to shoot. So if it's like an outdoor lifestyle shoot, or if it's by the beach, or if it's architecture style, I like to just do a couple hashtag searches to see if to see what's out there. So then after doing those searches, I bookmark the photos that I feel are going to lend themselves to the style that the person I'm collaborating with would match or would like. So then I start sending it through the DM. On Instagram, you can do that little send post. Looks like a little paper plane on the lower left side of a photo. But I go ahead and send that over to the person I'm collaborating with. So I send a couple of photos over to Alex, and she sends some back to me. And then what I do is, after we get those photos back and forth, then I can see some of the things that I would want to do, some ways I can make it different or make it my own. I put it into a little collection. On Instagram, you can now do collections and group together posts that you bookmarked. So if you don't know how to do that, I'll go ahead and put a little screen video of how to do that right now. So enjoy. Here's my profile. You can see all my photos, and you can see the different views right underneath my website information. You'll see the buttons that will allow you to change your view, whether you want to look at them photo by photo, or whether you want to look at them in a grid. Now, I always also tend to do this as a pro tip. I also look at my feed in a grid form so that I can see what someone would look at first visiting my page, or to see how my photos are blending together. I'm going to do another episode on how I style my feed. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment down below, or give me a like on this video, and I'll know that you're interested in seeing it. But yeah, so if you look at your photos in a grid form, you'll also see on the right hand side, it looks like a little bookmark. If you tap that bookmark, you could see the photographs that you saved. Now, in order to save a photograph when you're looking at a picture from another feed, so if you're looking at a photograph, on the lower right hand side you'll see a bookmark, and that's how you can save the photograph to show up in your bookmarks area. Now, once it's in your bookmarks area, in order for you to get there, you're going to tap on the lower right hand side of your Instagram screen, where it's like a little silhouette, and that's how you get to your profile. And then right underneath your website information, it'll be the fourth button to the right. You're going to see a bookmark there as well. If you tap that one, you'll be able to get into all your saved posts that you liked. So I do this with whoever I'm collaborating with. I go ahead and look around and look for some inspiration or some idea, and then I save it here. Now you're gonna notice that you're looking at all the posts that you've saved, but right next to the word all, you'll see collections, and that's an area for you to go ahead and group these pictures. On the upper right hand side, you're gonna see a plus sign. If you tap that, it'll allow you to name the collection. And then after you name the collection, you'll be able to tap on the pictures that you've already saved and that you want to see later or group together. So once you've done that, on the upper right hand side, you'll go ahead and tap done again, and that'll then put it into a little group for you. And I name it whatever shoot I'm doing at the moment, just so that it's easier for me to find and I know whose is whose. But yeah, so once you do that and mark the group, I leave it there so that when I go out on the shoot, I'm able to pull it back up and show the model some ideas and inspirations that we were talking about, you know, through the DM, and get her to re-envision them, or maybe get into the emotion of the photograph, and just get her in the moment. I like to, a lot of times when I'm shooting, I like to, instead of posing the model, I like to talk and tell a story or invoke an emotion, to see if I can capture that in the moment, as opposed to forcing the emotion or forcing the moment. I recommend taking the time to connecting with whoever you're going to be photographing with, because it just helps out in the long run. It really, overall, it gives you a better result when you have that connection with the person that you're photographing. I mean, there's been so many times where I've seen photographs and I've gotten, you know, I've seen photographs and offered feedback, and one of the things I could tell immediately off the bat just by looking at the photograph is just like this uncomfortableness or forced look or forced pose, and you could tell off the bat that there wasn't a real connection there. And it just makes the photo just that much less interesting or engaging to look at. So definitely having that connection or invoking that emotion through storytelling, or however creative way you'd like to do it. Actually, if you have a cool way of doing it besides storytelling, or if there's any other way that you as a photographer, something that you do to make your models comfortable, share it down in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of us would like to hear that. Alright guys, so that's what I do to prepare for a shoot, and how I initiate the collaboration. So again, starting out with the DMs and starting the conversation, that's important. Just to have a central place to communicate. I've done Instagram as the main source of communication, but I've also used Slack or even messages on the iPhone. But yeah, just have a place, a central place where you can keep track of the conversation, and any cool ideas that are talked about, you have a way of pulling them back up or referencing them back up. So, and then also doing the saved posts. If you have some favorite photographers you like, or or your model has some people that she would like to emulate or she feels like look good, you can send that to each other and have that in the DM and refer back to it. Or you could go and take a step further like I do and create a collection. You don't necessarily have to create a collection. The saved photos sometimes could just work out just by doing that. But just for organization and to try out that new cool feature that Instagram has, I create collections now, and it tends to work out. It's pretty cool. Similar to like Pinterest and stuff. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this car story. I'm about to get to the shoot. If you guys have been looking behind me, the traffic's been piling up because I am about to get onto Lincoln Road. So yeah, I'm over here down on South Beach, the typical place people go to photograph. But yeah, there are some really cool spots down here. I will put some a little link to the website where I'll write up a post on where I came to shoot and some more pictures and all that cool stuff. But yeah, if you guys like this video, give me a like. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'm totally okay with that. But if you do give me a thumbs down, take the time to at least